Hey everyone, it's Teddy, aka James Kazal in MTGO, and today I'm playing Grixis Control, as usual. But before that, one big update for the channel. I just launched a Patreon, so if you want to go check that out, I'll put the link down in the bio. I'm going to be offering donation deck leagues and coaching, and that's about it right now. Hopefully there will be some grand designs for it in the future. I'm going to write some articles about new cards coming for Grixis Control, or maybe even branch out to the old Grixis Control deck, because those videos were a lot of fun too, and I do want to revisit that in the future. Maybe I'll even write about Grixis Doomsday, who knows. But yeah, that'll be down in the description. Check it out. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps a lot for the channel. And without further ado, let's talk about Grixis Control. So last time I played with the One Ring, and I used it as like a Jace substitute, but I figured this time, why not also play Jace? I love Jace, and it's just another powerful 4-drop, and to accommodate the extra 4-drop, I'm on 20 lands again, classic Yuta Takahashi mana base with basic mountain, but I'm also going to stick with the Lorien Reveal just because the modality of this card is really great. You can island cycle if you need it to be a land, or it can be like a huge grindy hammer in the end game. Just drawing 3 cards with 1 card is obviously super powerful and not something you see in Legacy very often. So we'll see how that goes. There were some concessions to be made to fit all of this in the main deck, which is basically just me moving one of the 2 Thoughtseizes to the sideboard. And I used to always just run 1 Thoughtseize main and 1 in the sideboard, but things have been pretty wild in the Moto queues lately, and Thoughtseize is pretty well positioned, so I wanted to keep 3 in the 75 somewhere, so I just decided to cut from the Catacombs for this league. Sorry everyone, I know it's a fun card and is really fun to see in action, but I think with an extra 4-drop in the main board, I think we're not lacking for big bombs that can help us pull ahead and win the game. So I'm running without from the Catacombs this time. Hopefully we don't miss it too much. The rest of the deck should be the same. I'm still hanging on to this Fatal Push because I feel like there's a lot of Delver going around, a lot of Cradle Control, and Fatal Push is kind of the best card for the job there. It dodges red and blue blast, and it can take out some scary stuff like Questing Beast, Questing Druid, all the Questers. And other than that, it looks pretty much the same. Molten Collapse, I think, is here to stay. I've been really enjoying this card. Gives you a lot of... The modality on this thing is just insane. And we all know how much I love modality. I think that's about it. Excited to play with the One Ring again. It's just a fun card to cast. It does a lot of things that Grixis wasn't previously able to do. I think in the last league we were able to hang on for dear life with... or cling on to dear life with Cling to Dust. And I'm excited to do some crazy lines like that again, maybe win in my upkeep again. We'll see. Yeah, let's jump in. Alright folks, welcome to the video. We win the die roll and have a lovely hand. All our colors of mana. Kolaghan's Command, force blue card if needed. And the reason for the season, Orcish Bowmasters, the most pushed card in recent memory. Alright, passing through our combat step, because there's no creatures to attack with, of course. See what we're up against here. Misty Rainforest. Well, that could be Delver, could be Bug, Beanstalk, Underground Sea, could be Doomsday. Thoughtseize me. I could Brainstorm right now, but I don't want to lose my ability to fetch. And if this is Doomsday, pretty much all these cards are a headache. Kolaghan's Command probably less so. Yeah, they take Bowmasters, which makes me think either this is Doomsday not prepared to handle this, or another a Bowmaster Mirror. And drawing that is great. Not to mention, taking Bowmasters is maybe not super effective because it does give me something to do with Kolaghan's Command, albeit K-Command is like usually always a 2-for-1, but, you know. Dark Ritual, sure. Thoughtseize me. That's right, it was a Thoughtseize bug. Do they just take Bowmasters again? They do. So now I predict they are going to cast Doomsday. Oh, never mind. This could be Storm. Relay? Yeah, that's pretty good. So we're not up against Doomsday. We're up against probably Besiege the Mere Storm. Ooh, and Urza's Saga? This is wild. Okay, so it's not great that they found Saga, but what is like kind of cool, I guess, is that they won't be able to cash out all these cards. It was kind of just like a draw one. That was a pretty bad Galvanic Relay, actually. Let's Brainstorm. The One Ring. Okay. It's tempting to keep 4 lands, but I just... Yeah, do I just throw back the Force at this point? That feels incredibly wrong. But I think that's just kind of where we're at. I don't think with 3 cards they're close to storming. I'll feel dumb if I draw a land, but... see what happens. Sheoldred's Edict. Probably one of the worst cards against Storm you can imagine, but if they pivot onto a Urza's Saga plan, that could be good. If they pivot onto a Saga plan, I don't think I can wait that long to cast this K-Command, though. Like, I'm going to want to cast K-Command probably next turn, unless they play like Burgi or something, then I can Sheoldred's Edict. But if they don't, I just don't think I can wait long enough to do the whole Shock Shatter on their construct. It feels much more prudent to pick up Bowmasters and try and apply pressure before they amass too many resources again. Not to mention, I think they'll just be playing around Force of Will for the rest of the game. Like, what kind of person would shuffle away Force of Will versus Storm? Truly someone insane. Truly someone twisted. Truly someone twisted. I don't know why I hear Schwarzenegger in my head. That was not a Schwarzenegger. I can't do a Schwarzenegger. There's like one word, there's like a phrase, I can't remember what it was, but there was this one phrase that allowed me to do a Schwarzenegger, but now I can't remember what it was. Okay, yeah, Relay for 1. Oh, wrong window. Dark Ritual. That's a little scary. It could give them what they need to get going here. Yeah, I just can't wait. Especially with the Sheoldred's Edict in hand. It seems irresponsible. Let's get Bowmasters back and also cut their resources a little more. Red, black, and blue. They discard Burning Wish. Okay. So either they have another one. Cling to Dust. I can't imagine that's going to be that great. Unless they go for like a Guy's Will thing. I don't think this is a good turn to cast the One Ring. I think next turn will be a lot better. Although, maybe I just cast it, make sure I don't die, and then I have even more resources to go off with. Yeah. It's probably the kind of card you want to cast as much as, or as soon as possible. Burn off that Dark Ritual as well. Unless they go for like Empty the Warrens. That would be a problem. Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, they probably just cast that to get it in the yard. Or if they relay again, that would be pretty rough. Monolith might seem a little innocuous, but it will allow them to get their Bowmasters out of range of a... or get their constructs out of range of a Bowmaster ping, which is pretty good for them. And if they just make another construct, that is kind of rough too. Okay, another Edict. Not exactly needing that. Brazen Borrower, that's very good. So let's ponder. Okay, no land drop, but I think Force of Will is just fine here. Safety valve and all that, but we do need to clock. Starting yesterday. Oh, Cling to Dust can probably help us stay alive. Curious what they'll get with this Saga Tutor. I can't imagine they have room for Grave Hate like Soul Guide Lantern in their Storm deck, but you really never know. They come in all shapes and sizes these days. Okay, not making a construct. I like that. Manifold Key. Okay. There might be more to this deck than meets the eye. I thought for sure this would just be like a Beseech the Mirror type thing. Okay, we definitely need to force that. What to pitch, though? I honestly think it's Snapcaster Mage. Brainstorm in response. It's Bowmaster time. Maybe I can just shuffle away these edicts. But just in case, let's send the first ping here. And then if I get these triggers, I'll just send them all at the construct. Yep. There is a Brainstorm on top of the deck. And there should be plenty of fetch lands left. If I draw 3 next turn, it seems, and also Brainstorm, it seems like fairly likely I'll be able to find a fetch land. See what we get here. Veil of Summer, sure. That's annoying. But what can you do? We should still have plenty of resources to pull this off, but them having a 1 ring really sucks. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this. It sucks, but I'll probably just use Cling to Dust and gain 3 here. Draw 3, a Lightning Bolt. Okay. Can't attack this turn. Are they gonna go off? We do have Bowmasters to at least mess with the ring a little bit. They actually don't really have any mana, despite being turn 6. They must have like a land in hand though, right? Yeah, they're gonna draw 2. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's not like I can flash in Narset or something. And hopefully Lightning Bolt will give us the reach we need. Dark Ritual. Are they going to go for mini tendrils here? Untapping the ring. Okay. I guess, do I just bounce it now? They can't recast it. Not without another ritual. Don't try this at home. Seems ill-advised. There it goes. Oh, they still had a land drop, so they can play the ring again if they want. Maybe I just spin for a Force of Will here. Oh, nope. I don't spin for a Force of Will because there is none. Wow. Can't cast Brainstorm. Lightning Bolt. How embarrassing. Yep. Now they kind of have a lot of resources, so this could be a little scary. Ponder. Yeah, I think pretty much any size tendrils will do it here, so I'm going to draw Sorin. Ooh, Force of Will, that's nice. That's what I was going to look for. I guess I still want to look for more forces, though. Thoughtseize no good, but Narset pretty darn good. Put back Thoughtseize, definitely won't be casting that. Narset, cool. I guess, what? A mountain? Narset, pick up a Brainstorm, and see what happens. They go to 6. Alright, cool. Got the squeeze just right there. That game was a little scarier than it probably needed to be because of that Veil of Summer, giving them a 1 ring. But we ended up getting there, which is nice. Opposition Agent, I don't know. I mean, these decks usually have some kind of like DT effect, be it Infernal Tutor or Wish Claw Talisman. I just saw Bryant Cook on Twitter recently say how Infernal Tutor is so poorly positioned. But I think they probably maybe have like Beseech the Mirror or something. I'm going to bring it in until proven otherwise. And then Hydroblast is interesting too, because we saw Burning Wish. Obviously not great against Galvanic Relay, unless like one of the flips is the difference between life and death, but that rarely happens. We can cut Sorin, a couple Lightning Bolts down. Definitely don't need Shieldred's Edict. There's Saga deck. I want Meltdown. The One Ring was pretty good there. You could argue it was pretty darn good, but I don't know if it's where we want to be on the draw. I'll cut Molten Collapse actually. Then we can go down to, I think we can cut the basic mountain too. We don't need it in this matchup. Not a wasteland matchup. Surgical is interesting. And Plague Engineer is like pretty good on the play because of Empty the Warons. Empty the Warons? I've never said that before. Maybe I'll probably never say it again either. Okay, Flusterstorm, Bowmasters. Baleful Strix is not great in the matchup, but it is a blue card. We're going to keep this hand. Bloodstained Mire, sure. Just going to have to hope to dodge the turn 1 here. Yep. Gaze upon my annoying hand. They take Flusterstorm quite quickly there. Not entirely surprising. Kolgon's Command, not a bad draw. This is definitely pretty obnoxious for a lot of their draws. And they might try and like cash in their cantrips right now before I can cast Bowmasters. Yep, there you go. Brainstorm. These are all play patterns we've seen before. Opponent says thinking. I let them know, please take all the time you need. Magic is a very complicated game, especially in the combo versus control matchup. Maybe you all know, I've been playing a lot of Doomsday lately, recording for the channel, and being on the other side of this matchup is certainly vexing. I don't really have the combo mind so much. The only trick I really know is waiting to go off. Don't just jam into interaction, which is like more common sense than experience, I would argue. So yeah, definitely don't have my combo chops, but I did really enjoy playing Doomsday. Probably do it again soon. Alright, so we got Misty Rainforest there. Lion's Eye Diamond, yep. Are they going off? Mox Opal, They usually wouldn't do this unless they were intending to cash out that Storm. Dark Ritual, okay, so basically we want to brainstorm into Force of Will here, it looks like. Burning Wish. What do they crack for? This is not enough Storm to win. Crack for red. So they might be intending to relay, but there's still no reason to not force this. Boom. It is a 4 of, to be fair, but that was definitely very lucky. Alright, no problem. This is a pretty good matchup for us, I think, as long as you mulligan accordingly. Fortunately, this time we didn't even have to mulligan because we just got a banger hand with Flusterstorm and Brainstorm in it. So yeah, that went pretty well. Let's keep on rocking. Here we go, match number 2. Hand is okay. See what happens, I guess, huh? Underground Sea strategy. And a Thought Seize. Well, I can probably deduce quite a bit by what they take here. Narset. Interesting. I mean, it could be Doomsday. It could always be Doomsday. But I guess there are a lot of fair Underground Sea decks too that would care about Narset. Misty Rainforest. Something's happening. Ooh, Tropical Island. Up the Beanstalk. I would not like to play against this card. It's gone. I wonder if they have days. We have Bowmasters. I want to find that 4th land, so I'm going to play Strix here. It's very possible they have Days. But maybe not this time. Okay, there's land number 4. You know, the One Ring might be able to keep up with a Beanstalk if they have another one. If they do have Force, there was some hesitation there. They might just like play another one. Ponder, sure. Alright. More action. Couple orcs. This is not so bad. I mean, it is nice to have Strix to check Murktide Regent, but Begun the Bowmaster Mirror has. Oh, it's on. If they have another one, we'll have to delay the ring for our second Bowmaster. But right now we're looking alright. Well, we don't really have to delay the ring. But we would grow their army. Alright, I'm going to take 1 here. Could be a bluff. They might be just willing to trade anything here. Okay. Maybe they figured they were going to lose it anyways. They don't have more Bowmaster mana up. I wonder if they just found that land right now. Oh, here comes Murktide. A cantripping Murktide. And I believe it will be a 5/5. Yeah. So our army is getting close to that. Another land. See what happens if I play this ring. Resolves. Don't hate it. Force of Will. Not as good as their Force of Wills, but pretty cool all the same. More of these. Okay. Army's growing bigger. These are not voluntary draws either. So they don't really have much choice but to feed into Bowmasters. Gotta be a little careful with this ring, since Murktide's gonna just fly in and crunch for 5 at their leisure. But our life total is still not terrible yet. Ooh, Lightning Bolt. That's cool. Let's start by drawing 2 cards, how about? Nimble Obstructionist. Let's do the biggest bullshit attack of all time here. Wonder what I could have, etc. This is a bit of a race though, so... Okay, they're gonna take that. One way or another, this Murktide's going down. Force of Will, draw 2. So it's possible this army will just beat this Murktide in combat, which is pretty nutty. So I'm inclined to just let this go. See what happens here. Looks like Murderous Cut, maybe. Yep. Targeting Orc Army. Okay. So let's force right now. Another force. This is an insane turn of events, I must say. Might be able to just bolt for the win. We'll see. They do have tons of cards, though. Kind of depends on how many forces they have left, I guess. Could be interesting, though. Hopefully our ring can just outpower whatever the heck they just drew, though. Maybe they just drew a bunch of cantrips? You never know. Witherbloom Command. And a Wasteland? Sure. We do have a land to replace that. Send it. Alright, they're at 2. A lot of ways out of this one, that's for sure. Ponder. No shuffle. That's concerning. No land either, though. So we'll get some unpunished draws here. Let's see what happens. K command, lethal. 3 more cards, please. Ooh, Baleful Strix, that's a nice check. So let's start with that, because I think they'll be inclined to fight over it. Okay. Brainstorm. Okay, if I do that, I have the opportunity to find, like, Bolt and then not lose to Daze. Kind of want them to make the first move, though. They are tapped low right now. Okay, another Murderous Cut. I guess we move right now, huh? Might as well use the spell that I have. Not the most optimistic, though. Yeah, alright. I'm going to be mad if there's a Bolt in my next 3 cards. Okay. Well, that was insanely furious. What else? Can see why they didn't want Narset part of that game, though. If all they had were Murderous Cuts, they wouldn't have drawn like 8 cards, I guess. Plague Engineer, yeah. Cut and Obstructionist. And I'm not wild about Jace. Hold on. Well, I am on the play. Like Narsets. Not to mention Plague Engineer is nice in this Bowmaster Mirror. And they mold a 6. That's nice. Take any advantage I can get. Sure. No shuffle this early in the game is not that intimidating. Ooh, Pyroblast. That is nice. Yeah, there are 2 main win cons, Bowmaster and Wasteland. I guess I'll have to play into that as soon as next turn. Unless I draw a basic land here. No. Not to mention Bowmasters is being represented. See what they do about this first. Brainstorm. Yep. And Island Cycling. So they're not gonna Wasteland me yet. They might on their turn. There's that. Depends on how mana hungry their hand is, I guess. Yeah, they're just gonna pass. I would really like them to fire the first Bowmaster here, because Plague Engineer can really beat up on that. Ooh, Cling to Dust. That's also cool. I don't really want to play Narset out into Bowmasters, and I'm not under any pressure. Strix is really nice at baiting out the first Bowmaster. Sauron's Ransom, that's worth a red blast to me. Cool. Nice little mana trade up there. Just really looking for that unprovoked Bowmaster. Double Wasteland, that's a little annoying. And a Carpet. They can pretty freely waste here then. Yeah, they're not doing it. Great draw. If they have days, that's really annoying. Maybe I can bait out the first Bowmaster, though, with Narset. Resolves. I'll take Lorien Revealed. I can't imagine they have such big mana sinks. This deck is usually built around the fact that it can operate with not much mana. They gotta do something about this Narset, though. Their engine is kinda not great without it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, here come the Bowmasters. Taking a ping on Narset, sure. And then they're gonna Island Cycle. We'll be doing that too. We'll know pretty soon if they have a, what's it called or not. I don't really need more red. I think getting the basic is pretty free here. Alright, so if this resolves, I'll keep Narset around. If it does not, I'm just going to cash her in. Cool. Then I suppose we chill. Nothing. That's cool. Now I think I can play Strix. Ooh, Bowmasters as well. I only have one black though. That is unfortunate. I think it's fine. I still have Lightning Bolt up. Brainstorm, also good. Let's see if this baits anything out. Like a Flash Leovold? That doesn't exist. Brainstorm. Pyroblast is very nice. I still want Cling to Dust too. I want all this stuff. So hopefully I won't have to Cling. I don't think I'll need Lightning Bolt or Bowmasters this cycle. I definitely won't need Narset. So maybe I go a little something like this. Now the risky thing is I can't really, since Narset's at 2 loyalty instead of 1, I can't really safely activate the Azcanta effect and then count on getting another Narset in. But if their life total gets low enough thanks to this Plague Engineer, maybe I can just count on Bowmasters to get the job done. They make green. Witherbloom Command can't destroy Plague Engineer, which is nice. Sure. 2 Beanstalks down. Kinda cool. They got a Wasteland. That's fine too. I wonder if they're gearing up for Murktide. I think they would have played it there, right? They don't know about this Pyroblast. Another successful attack. Let's ponder. Yeah. Well, Flusterstorm probably is not very effective anymore. I guess I'll just ponder again. The Red Blasts do seem pretty nice. I feel like Murktide is what's scary here. Although Flusterstorm could theoretically beat up on a Murderous Cut. And I already have 1 Red Blast. So let's try this. Okay, I have a feeling they drew that for turn. And they're probably not very happy to see it. Gotta watch out for Sanctuary though, so can't really start the Cling train yet. We just keep our patient beats up, we should be good. We're really crushing them on resources. Yep, there's that. Had a feeling. Going after Ransom. I'd rather they not have that. And I'll pick up that other red blast too. Spell Pierce. Yeah, I'll pay for that. Probably with a swamp. See if they have a stifle. Not yet. So we just traded 2 mana for a card. That's pretty good. Okay, well, seems like they're just trying to get me to tap low for something. I wonder what. And I don't think this deck can support more than 1 Sanctuary. Not that they'd really want to go after anything here, except maybe Witherbloom Command. Okay, that's a lot of Flusterstorms. I might not need this many for if there's a game 3. And it's so free for them to waste land that I don't think there's any reason to play this Badlands. I think I'm going to treat it like a Lotus Petal. There is kind of reason to play Bowmasters, though, if I just want to try and get this game over with. Yeah, okay, they're going to fetch. Yeah, I might be able to just brute force my way through this game now. They have 3 cards. I'm guessing a cantrip. They probably would have played out and up the Beanstalk as well. Maybe they have a Bowmasters too. Strix. See if damage gets through here. Hell yeah. Volcanic Island. Yep, those are my Lotus Petals, I guess. Shieldred's Edict. A Planeswalker. Okay. Delta. And a Concession. I was hoping to draw that out a little bit longer because we do have some clock advantage here. Alright, now we're on the draw, which is not that bad, actually. We'll get an extra card as long as we don't have to mulligan. I'm going to cut 1 Bloodstained Mire and bring in a tie between Jace and Thoughtseize. But I think I have enough affordable spells. I think the 1 Thoughtseize is totally fine in this kind of situation. Just want the bombs, and they don't have Red Blast. They have Bowmasters, but we have Bowmasters. I'm not sure about the efficacy of Molten Collapse either. That might not be good enough. I think it's better than Fatal Push though. Fatal Push not answering Murktide Regent is bad, while Molten Collapse being able to is pretty nice. It also hits Carpet of Flowers, and while that's not a card I like to fight over, there are situations where it would be nice to blow it up. Also, let's trade 1 Flusterstorm for a Force of Will. Yeah. Weird hand, but it's not bad. Especially when they're on 7, we'll have to make do. I mean, I'm talking like it's terrible. It's really not a bad hand. It's actually a pretty good hand. Plague Engineer's back. I love it. I'll make them think about Red Blast. I want them to play around it the whole game. Okay, no black yet. But that also makes my black mana pretty unstable. Still gonna go for it though. Okay. In a bit of a situation here. But we're not under any pressure, so I'm just gonna play it slow. Yeah, this is how it starts. The 1 ring. Yeah, I don't like our position as much anymore. Alright, here we go. Try and catch up here a little bit. Just need to draw a land here. Great. And of course we attack. Probably see Bowmasters here. Yep. Now, how likely is it that they have days? I don't think it's incredibly likely. Hopefully they have a lot more Bowmasters. Uh-oh. Cantripping Murktide. It is a 3/3, so we have 2 ways to beat up on this. We'll see if they want to spend a force on Lightning Bolt. Bowmasters is nice. Nope. I wouldn't either. Pushing for damage is nice, especially when we have Bowmasters. Nothing. I guess I cling to Dust, right? No, that gives them too many opportunities to like cash in Brainstorms and stuff, especially when we're just pushing damage. It's too good. It's too good to pass up. Shieldred's Edict. Yep. But no Bowmasters to follow it up. I don't know if I can cast a ring here. It just doesn't seem responsible. I need more information, but they're probably never going to have like less cards in hand. Well, maybe they will. I don't know. There's that. Not unexpected. That was kind of the final frontier. Really needed them to not have force there, and they didn't. No block. Oh, it's a Bowmaster Mirror. Well, that's their 3rd one, so could be coming up on the end of the Bowmasters, hopefully. I'm going to try an Edict here. Yep. Lightning Bolt. Alright. I mean, what are the odds that they have all 4 Bowmasters in the top quarter of their deck? It's not impossible. Gotta give this a shot. Ooh, it resolved. That's cool. Draw a card. Pyroblast. Okay. Island cycling. Sure. Yeah, this is not great. 4 cards in hand. It's kind of a lot. Nile Spellbomb. Also pretty annoying. They might have Hydroblast. Draw 2. Narset. See what we can bait out here. Nothing. I like Edict. Surgical my Edicts? Oh my goodness. Yeah, quite the line. If they have Hydroblast to thread this, then we could be in some trouble. Down to 2 cards in hand. I do want to at least beat Daze. Cool. Alright, then let's also bolt. Push damage. Really curious what their last cards are. Man, hopefully Narset. Okay, they're going to blow the bomb here. Since they can't draw an additional card on their turn, that makes sense. Sad to see all that value go, but hopefully the ring will just replace it with even more. Yeah, it is a relief to have 3 Bowmasters already gone, especially with our Plague Engineer in exile. Wasteland, okay. Don't mind that so much. Taking some damage. Ooh, Kolaghan's Command. Brainstorm. Let's Brainstorm. Strix is nice, it speeds things up. It's just not time for Jace right now. Maybe Flusterstorm is also not going to really help that much. Shuffle those away. Draw 2. Here we go. I'm not afraid to draw 3 or gain 3 with Murktide or Cling to Dust either. Bowmaster's perfect. Yeah, we should be able to thread this before our ring kills us. Gotta watch out for Witherbloom Command too. This deck having reach is a very scary thing. Very scary, very real. But we have the burn to finish this in hand, and a Flusterstorm. Murderous Cut. I'm gonna flash these in. Go little shields down. That resolved. Yeah, when you have Narset and Bowmasters working together, you gotta really search for your Bowmaster triggers. They don't happen very often. I would argue these are not redundant effects, though. Another Wasteland. Okay, so it might be hard to unload all this burn, unfortunately. Carpet. That's a lot of mana. Or wait, I only have 2 islands. That's still kind of a lot. What can they do with all that mana, though? Black, black, okay. Fatal Push, yes. It's a lot of damage control over there. But they're not wasting. I think they should waste before I untap. Okay. They might be resigned to their fate. Let's bolt there. How about another? Beautiful. Alright. 2-0, baby. Let's keep rocking. Welcome back for match 3 in all the 4 drops. Grixis Control. Hand looks nice. Hand looks really nice. Now, how likely am I going to have to bolt on turn 1 against this 60 card deck? I like playing around days on the play here. It could be pretty vexing to just drop in this swamp here. Then I can't Brainstorm and... Okay, I'm going to play Delta. Whatever. Scalding Tarn. Go. Very suspicious. Delver will usually always have a turn 1 play. So I'm starting to think this might be like a Beanstalk deck. And just in case it is Wasteland, play that out. I'll look sus myself here. Delta. And just not doing anything. I don't have anything to cling either. Nice. It's a good draw. What are they doing? What are you doing over there? Nimble. Alright. Screw beats Flood. You can have a fetch. Volcanic Island. Okay. Wasteland. Why not just stifle this? Nice little tempo line. Now you used your land drop for nothing. Some kind of Grixis mirror going on here. Not really sure what to make of it. I'll make a land drop though, and then I'll pass the turn. Oh yeah, baby, this is what we were waiting for. An unprovoked Bowmaster. Brainstorm. That's not great. I was really hoping to find a fetch land in there, but we have plenty to do in the meantime, is the good news. I could just shuffle with Lorien revealed though. In which case, maybe Edict becomes unreliable. I really want Cling to Dust. If they Murktide, I don't think I'll need Force of Will. I would say This might be Grixis Control, but there's a Wasteland, so I actually don't think it is Grixis Control. If we get them to force here, that's really good. Hopefully they don't have like Stern Scolding. That'd be pretty bad. They're gonna brainstorm now. That's fine. This might be Delver. Grixis Delver with just like no one-drop creature to start. And if we can get a force out of Delver, that's really great. Hell yeah. Obviously taking 2 against Delver is not great, but I think we'll do fine. They're down to 4 cards now, and kind of flooded for Delver. I wish I could get another red source off this Lorien Revealed, but I think it's fine. Murktide Regent, sure. You bet. Delver, yep. Alright, it's coming together here. Just gotta wade through all this aggression, we should be fine. K-Command, beautiful. So it's not super important for us to take out Bowmasters right now. Start with the most important thing. Not take 5. Great, okay. Now I think we probably... Well, I could just bolt Delver. I don't want to take 3 though. So I think probably I'm going to Bowmaster Delver next. Another force. Alright, we might take some damage here, but we have run them out of cards, which is sweet. Stabilization should be in sight here. Days, yeah, that's totally fine for them to draw. Taking 5 sucks, though. No doubt about that. In fact, I might just want to gain 3 here. Is that at all defensible? I think so. And if they daze... I'd rather invalidate daze, I think. Yeah, hits keep coming here. I could make them discard, but I think picking up Bowmasters is pretty darn important. Yeah, yeah, let's just do this. We don't have to K-Command yet. We can Ponder instead. There we go. Now we can even beat Daze with our Cling to Dust. Untap, draw force. Yeah, if they drew Bowmasters, that's enough for me to not want to Cling here. I'm having deja vu, in fact, of a very similar situation. Start trying to end the game here. Okay, they didn't Bowmaster, so I'm going to assume they don't have it. Yep. And just like that. Okay, so Grixis Delver, we've seen this one quite a bit on the channel lately. I think people are figuring the meta out, and Grixis Delver is a great deck to play in that situation, just because it does what it does super well and has the format's best interaction for the most part. That isn't a white. I love having Fatal Push. It's so rare I have Fatal Push. Plague Engineer's great. Sorin's not so great. The One Ring is kind of a huge liability, as is Narset. Nimble Obstructionist, not in the matchup for that. Could cut just Thoughtseize too. We have so many good things to do. And actually, I think one Flusterstorm is fine. They don't have Seek the Beast or anything. Oh, look at these forces, though. We don't need all these forces. We're on the draw, so maybe I'll take a Thoughtseize and Flusterstorm or Sorin. It's up to you, whichever you want more. I'm on 20 lands. I'm going to take Sorin. Hand is pretty strange. Soft to Wasteland. Having 3 1-drop removal spells, though, is kind of a non-negotiable for me. You keep these hands. DRC, sure. Push on sight. Don't let them build up their graveyard. They might daze here. They don't. Really need to see those 20 lands in action here, though. Brainstorm. Yep. If they don't get another 1-drop threat in, we're just in really good shape here. And they're not really incentivized to play a Wasteland either. Yeah, they're going to play a Scalding Tarn. Doesn't mean they don't have one. Land? Force of Will. Okay. A little scary right now. They're not doing anything. They're doing anything. Yep. Okay, still no Wasteland is great, but how about a land? Yep. This is not really panning out great. They're probably just going to go and Bowmaster here. And I'm inclined to Force of Will. Nah. I'm going to take 2. Yeah, this isn't what we want to force. They might have a red blast. Then they're tapped out and we can hit it with a collapse, I think. See what happens here. Okay, no argument. Interesting. Then maybe they have daze? Okay, cool. Now we're kind of online here. I don't really want to run Plague Engineer into a daze. However, I also don't want to ponder into Bowmaster. It's tough. So I think I'm just going to bolt Bowmaster. Hydroblast. Very interesting. Okay. Guess we're taking 2 more. And we can try the same play next turn. Unless we draw land, then we can just slam Plague Engineer. I'm almost certain they have daze. Okay, more of these. Yep. Plague Engineer looking actually a little more feasible now. With only 2 cards in hand. They might have another Murktide they can't cast. But a land would be great. Another Bolt. Okay. No Stifle. Okay. Oh, they might have Lightning Bolt. Yeah, we might see an end step Lightning Bolt here. Then as long as they don't follow up with yet another... Oh, never mind. Okay, there it is. So they can still get their damage in, which is unfortunate. But I'm really curious what's in their hand. Maybe Surgical Extraction? It's hard to say. Strix is really nice. Yeah. Looking good. Pile on the Strixes. Might see another Bolt on Strix. Bobble, I'm assuming they drew that for turn. They're going to bobble themselves. Oh, so they're probably sandbagging a fetch land here. Yeah, here we go. And maybe Force of Will. Yeah, probably. Okay, I think we've turned the corner here. We have Molten Collapse for like a Murktide. We don't mind Hardcast Force all that much. Let's attack here. And I think I'm going to Brainstorm first. Cool. I kind of want all these cards, but maybe Lightning Bolt is just not as good. Especially if they have like a... No, I want the instant speed interaction. I just don't want any Bowmaster shenanigans going on here. So actually, yeah, let's cast Strix and then pick up that fetch land. And play a ponder after that. Yep. Feeling pretty good here. Haven't seen End the Festivities out of this deck in a long time. Of course, if we don't find Cling to Dust, they could just like top deck bolts and then eventually finish us off. Another Wasteland would take us off red, which sucks. We're also through 2 of their Bowmasters, so it wouldn't feel that bad. Just end stepping a Bowmasters and then dealing even more damage. No move here. So yeah, I'm guessing they have Force of Will in hand. And if we can get them to spend 2 cards on that, that'd be really great. We're drawing live next turn. Evening up the life totals. Dealing 2 a turn is insane. Brainstorm. Let's go. I assume they have Lightning Bolt. Yep. This could be that really weird game where we bolt face. If they fetch after playing this Brainstorm, and we get 2 cracks for 3 in, that will be lethal. Bowmasters, yep. They have a lot to work through here. Change of plans. Force of Will, yep. Do it again. Good draw. Yeah, I'll take it. I think their scariest top deck is Counterbalance, but even at that point, they're not addressing the board I already have. Delver. Given that Strix would check a Murktide Regent. Okay, cool. That's fine too. Just keep on doing this. Now that was a little hasty. I was thinking about Murktide Regent, but if they just dropped a DRC in there, it would have to crash into Strix, but it'd still be a little scary. I'll sandbag that. I want them to think that wastelanding my volcanic island is good. Nothing. 1 Bowmaster left, that would be pretty bad for us. Flusterstorm, okay. Ooh, they have a Stifle as well. Alright, got there. Didn't really see any action from the 4 drops this time, but maybe next match. Alright, here we go. Match number 4. So MTGO was just down for a little bit, and now we're jumping back in during a period of all access. So it could get a little nutty. And with that in mind, I think I'm good with an Island Ponder Keep. Got a couple of cards I wouldn't mind pitching. K-Command. Probably wish that was any other card, but we'll see what happens here. And I just got to get basic Island. Okay, cool. All I ever wanted was land. City of Traders. Chalice on 1, sure. So I guess we're not brainstorming next turn. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Nothing. Alright, we can probably expect something pretty big next turn. And then we'll see if we want to draw Snapcaster Mage or not. Generally pretty good with K-Command, but also need 2 more lands for that to pay out. What we really don't want to see here is Cavernous Souls. Okay, they're just going to hang out. I think I don't want Snapcaster Mage. Probably should have done this on my upkeep. Okay. Anyways, moving on with life. I could play Narset. Yeah, let's play Narset. In there. Ponder. Okay. Opponent's probably feeling pretty smart right now. Basic Mountain, sure. Fable. I'll let that resolve despite my better judgment. Just think we want to hang on to Force as long as possible. And if they're not getting any selection off of their Fable, I feel pretty good about that. This also gives us something better to do with the second mode of K command. As it stood, Chromoxture, as it stood, the having them discard when they didn't even like make a play last turn feels pretty anemic. Okay, they're casting something. I'll probably force a second Fable. Spirit Guide. Am I really gonna force this? I mean, I think so, right? Oh, I mean, it's already gonna stuff the draw. Man, this is tough. They have 1 card left and 2 mana. This is really, really funny, but I believe this is correct. Wow, what a world. What a world we're living in. I mean, I've definitely forced a Spirit Guide before. It just feels really funny. Huh. I think I like the Edict here. I don't need another 4-drop. Do that. Maybe they'll forget about Narset. They're thinking about it. Oh, no, never mind. Cavern. Scary. Human. Very scary. So we're looking for Bowmasters, stuff like that. Bolt is already tied up by this, oh, nice. That's actually really good, I think. I think I just played Jace here, right? How could this go wrong? I think I want to play Jace on an empty board. So let's brainstorm. Yeah. I like it. See if I want that Ponder next turn. I imagine maybe. But maybe not. Caves of Chaos Adventure is so actively good if they like draw a land here and cast it uncounterably, but they're not going to do that. Bolt. Huh? What does this deck do at instant speed? Dead Gone? I'm pretty sure Dead can only hit creatures, right? Okay, whatever it was, they decided against it. And I think I'm just going to shuffle. I don't think I need a Ponder if I'm about to slam Big Jace. That's weird. Wasn't that? Huh. Well, whatever. Oh yeah, Jace getting the concession. So that was an interesting game. I think they probably were relying a little too heavily on Chalice to win for them because they didn't have a like a follow-up play. So Red Prison, we've seen this before. Not this video though. I'll take a what? Plague Engineer, Hydroblast, Opposition Agent. We can cut Cling to Dust and Thoughtseize on the draw for sure. That's 60. Feels pretty clean. However, Narset is not that great. Wouldn't mind swapping that for Meltdown. If they're willing to run out their Lotus Petals like that, we could really catch them. And with that in mind, do I want to cut the second Narset? I think I've said this before, but it is a bit of an egregious cost against a Blood Moon deck to have double blue for something that doesn't really affect the board. And I could get a Fatal Push. But Fatal Push is not super reliable against the deck where like almost every creature costs more than 2, other than the Shaman token. And triggering Revolt is not reliable under Blood Moon. But having 2 Meltdowns against an aggro creature deck just feels kind of crazy. I've never left in an Narset against Red before, but I think I'm going to do it. I think it's better than Flusterstorm, and it would be nice to have another blue card in the mix. They've boarded up to 61. Yeah, this looks like a keep to me. Forcing Chalice feels bad. Plateau. This might be a different deck than I realized. This might be Initiative. I guess that would make sense because there's a Cavernous Souls as well. But I thought for sure we were up against Red Prison. This kind of further emboldens me because I think this matchup is a little bit better than Red Prison. Just because they're more reliably introducing the initiative to the game. And also maybe they don't have Blood Moon. So with that in mind, let's got our double black on lock here. Yeah, I think this is all pretty good. The only problem is there's no creature to take the initiative. But land number 4 for Sorin. They didn't take the initiative on turn 1. K-Command is pretty good. I also kind of wanted to cast this Brainstorm. But if they just like spend the next turn casting Chalice on 1, then that's not a big deal at all. Yeah, I think this is a tricky ponder. These cards look attractive, but they're not really addressing what we want in the matchup. However, if I just shuffle and hit like a land, I guess that wouldn't be that bad either. I think I'm going to keep this just so I don't have to force a Chalice. I'm pretty sure initiative decks play Magus of the Moon as well, so just having 2 lightning bolts is real nice insurance in that regard. Okay, Chromox, not going to force that, but if they play Chalice, then could be up against something scary right now. Or I mean Cavern. Yep. Here we go. Yep. Alright, now brainstorming seems pretty necessary. Okay, we got double bolt, I guess. Still reliable through a, what's it called? Forge activation. Just need to count on them not following it up with anything too crazy. Lostwell, okay. A little bit of a relief. Because Forge plus a successful Explore would get it out of double bolt range. Combat. Attack. Solitude. Do they want it? No. Maybe they already have one. Ever think about that? Fable. Meet Force. Who knows how many more opportunities we'll have to force anything. I could hit the Chrome Mox, but I think it's more important to double bolt this season Dungeoneer. I should do this while they can't like touch the Spirit Realm or like anything like that. Feels bad. I need them to not follow up with another initiative threat. And I'm assuming that's why they went to the Lost Well. Chalice on 1, sure. Probably the best outcome for us here. So now we cast Sorin, make a Vampire, and hope they don't have Solitude. If they do, I suppose we just make another one and then try and weather the Throne of the Dead 3. That gives us something to hit with a K-Command as well. City of Traders and pass. Okay, we really need to beat Solitude here. Land is not great. Bowmasters is great. Probably our best draw, honestly. Please work. Although the way they bend that Solitude makes me feel like they have another one. No? Oh my goodness. Alright, I think we're just in this. Even though their next initiative threat just like puts them right in the throne, which is bad. It's very bad. But we're really building out our board here, and we have Sorin. I feel like okay. There's no point in really going after Chromox. They have colors. Yeah, just gotta dodge that top deck for a little bit, I think. And dodge the top deck we do. I don't have a 1-drop in hand. Do I really need to go after Chalice right now? I don't think so. And seeing as they really just need to top deck to win right now, I'm also really interested in forging onto this vampire token. That seems really strong. Enough with the lands. Okay, I'll take more Bowmasters. Swing. Yeah, we should be able to get them dead next turn with some help from the trap. But all they really need to do is take the initiative and, like, go to the, okay, that's fine. Get, like, a Fury from Throne of the Dead 3. It could all fall apart rather quickly, but I think we're good. So let's see. Trap puts them to 7. Yeah, they're super dead if this works. Bowmaster ping. And then 3 cards in hand. I'm sure they have just like a land in there they wouldn't mind ditching. I could deal 2 to them and ignore the shaman. Then that would put them at dead through some other things, but I think it's just correct to keep the board clear when you're playing Grixis Control like this. Alright, sweet. I'm glad I was able to showcase this matchup. And, holy cow, we are up for a trophy. Alright, let's do it, everyone. Alright, here's the trophy match up against Hunding Jorgensen. Good buddy of mine. Unfortunately, this is not a great matchup. It's a Yorion deck with tons of value. And it kind of looks like we need to take a mulligan since we only have 1 land and no cantrip. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to keep this and send a Badlands and see what we can pull together. Grief, pitching Animate Dead. Okay, this is a different kind of Yorion for sure. Yorion Reanimator. Which I guess favors us a little more than like a Yorion Beanstalk deck. Also kind of getting the juke on us though. Seeing as I was not prepared to look for a Force of Will in my opening hand or anything like that. Swamp. Okay, full scam here. I imagine they'll take Narset just because Jace is not incredibly castable. Yep. Alright. 3 cards left over there. They have scammed. Bowmasters, very nice draw. See what they follow up with here. Hopefully not more discard. I would really like to get this Bowmasters online. Well, they're going straight to combat. Sure. And they're passing. So they might have Bowmasters. Not unheard of. Kolaghan's command is very nice. We just need to hope that our life total can hold out here. I'm interested in land number 4. And I don't think they're going to be playing Blood Moon. They might be playing Wasteland. I don't really know much about Yorion Reanimator. Or it could be just Yorion Scam, I suppose. It's all very interesting. I wish I knew more. Plateau, Scrubland, Mardu Colors. Broadside Bombardiers. Okay. Maybe it's like Menace Tribal? Mooey Menace. Alright, I think I need to send a ping at one of these. Line up a double block. If they fling before any of that, then I can't block, but then I'm also not getting hit for combat damage. Flinging Grief for 6 though is pretty nasty. At that point I'm hoping K-Command just kind of values it out. Yeah, I think then I will... Maybe I just do send this at the face here. I want Bowmasters in the graveyard for K-Command. And if I do this, this might make them not want to use the boast yet. Yeah, we're in blocks. The other good news is that they're kind of more incentivized, if they do want to do a fling, to fling it at Orcish Bowmasters. That doesn't really make sense. I guess they could just fling face, which would leave us with our Bowmasters and give us another mode on K-Command. So I think it's all okay. Okay, they are doing that. Ouch. It hurts. Okay, there's a land. And ideally, they do not have another reanimate spell. Ideally, they don't have anything. Prismatic Ending is discarded. Yeah, I don't know how helpful that card is against Bowmasters. Hardcast Grief. That is unfortunate. Maybe we'll draw another bomb. They had to top deck one of those. Yikes. Alright. Things getting a tad dire. They draw a land, which is some respite for this turn, but now they have Yorion. So I'm really hoping to draw like Snapcaster Mage, the other K-Command, something like that. Narset. Alright. This could dig us out of it. Oh, there's K-Command. It's not going to work, though. I guess I need to Molten Collapse the Grief and then look for some more action the next turn. I guess I'll grab Badlands here. Hit for 2. There's a lot of things Narset can find us when we're at 5 that could help us answer a Yorion. And I don't really know if they're like trying to draw cards or something. Doesn't seem like it. Haven't seen any blue mana yet. Yep. Yorion is not one-hit shit either. We'll survive at 2, barely. Barely surviving. Alright. Good draw step, please. Yeah, that's pretty good. I love Cling to Dust here too. And then just in case they are on Wasteland, I guess I'll hold up Basic Swamp so I don't get bullied. Good old Dreadbore. Feeling pretty good all of a sudden, like their reanimates are pretty bad, and also they showed us that they're running Animate Dead. So I'm feeling pretty good. Good strong board. If they don't do anything, Cling to Dust can start cantripping. They have an Aether Vial, it's good to know for the next game. And Volrath's Stronghold. Okay, so Broadside could end the game pretty quickly, but probably not from like a card, like a Mystic Sanctuary card disadvantage style situation. Alright. They might make a run for it with Broadside, but hitting us for 2 and then throwing their Vial for 3 still puts us at 1, and then we crack back. There's just no reason not to do this. Yep. Okay, no upkeep activation. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let them do this, right? Because if they're trying to bait this out and they have like a reanimate in their hand, then they can get me. Yeah, I thought so. Might as well try, though. Yeah, they see what I'm about to do, and they concede. Okay, cool. Let's grab Opposition Agent, I think. In an 80 card reanimate deck, they must have Entomb. I'm thinking they must. Pyroblast, I get in some trouble for this, but I usually like bringing it in against Yorion decks, even when they're not blue, just because Yorion is a card that's virtually always in their hand, and you want to have a really easy way to deal with it. But no more than one, since they have one Yorion, and you want one card that lines up well, and it won't line up against the rest of their deck, that's for sure. Let's get Surgical. Thoughtseize seems good. Plague Engineer, I'm not sure. They probably have Orcish Bowmasters. They didn't show us any. Hydroblast also seems okay. Broadside Bombardiers does seem like a pretty big part of their plan. Flusterstorm, I wish I was up against something that I've faced before in my life. Up for a trophy. I was going to say, like, being up for a trophy during open access with your highly tuned for the meta deck is a special kind of nightmare, that's for sure. And Yorion intrinsically makes things hard for Grixis Control because it is so value positive, but I suppose we should try and make some cuts here. K-Command seemed really good. They also have Aether Vial. Yeah, the cuts seem difficult. Yeah, it's got to be Pyroblast. And I think I'm going to cut Basic Mountain as well, since they are not a deck that is running Wasteland, to my knowledge. Could change for game 3. Maybe they're not really drawing cards either. Maybe they're not doing like Grizzlebrand Reanimate. Maybe they're just trying to scam, Mardu scam. I usually cut Kolagon's Command versus Reanimator, but it seems kind of good here. Edict, yeah. Obstructionist seems great. I guess Lightning Bolt? No, but they have Broadside and Grief. I'll cut Flusterstorm, I guess, and I guess Hydroblast is too narrow. And I'm going to cut Opposition Agent until they show me the Entomb. This is not like highly tuned Reanimator since they're at 80 cards. Alright, well, guess we're taking a mulligan. I think this should work out. I really like Snap and Surgical. I guess, I don't know if I can afford to bottom Cling to Dust. It just seems crazy. Maybe and this also seems a little crazy, but maybe I bottom Thoughtseize since I'm on the draw. But the opportunity to take like Broadside Bombardier seems pretty good. I don't know. This is tough. This is also like they could just like start griefing. The insanely greedy thing to do is to bottom a land and rely on Ponder or my top deck. I think since I'm mulliganed against a Yorion deck, I need to do something kind of crazy like that. I gotta recoup. Yep. If they scam me again, I guess they could take my Ponder after taking Surgical Extraction. Oh, they pitched a Grief that time. Oh, they take Ponder. So maybe they're not going to? Maybe they don't care if Grief gets Surgical. Oh, Plains. Aether Vial. Okay. Yeah. You can't mono screw a control deck. I'm sorry. I don't really know what to take here. I guess Prismatic Ending is a little more malleable, but Swords is a lot more maneuverable. That's tough. I'm not really relying on any permanents other than Planeswalkers, and that's going to be hard for them to pull off. I don't even know if they have 4 colors for Sorin. Take the Swords. I think I would describe this hand as beatable. We just need a little help. And I think we have a lot of their splashiest plays already handled with Surgical here. I like it. I like it. I guess we should probably start digging into our deck with Cling to Dust. Now I'm really hoping they don't hit land number 3, and then Yorion will probably be hard to... Okay, never mind. They'll probably put Yorion in hand, right? No? So do they have like Bowmasters? I wonder. No. Or not yet. Maybe they do. I'm curious why they did not put Yorion in hand. Maybe they have like opposition agent? There's a stop on my draw step. Now it's gone. Ponder. Okay, red blast. Now that makes sense. Let's try brainstorming. Nimble obstructionist. I like that quite a bit. And land number 4 to start grinding with cling. It's all pretty good. Let's keep the core plan in reach though. Vial probably going up to 3. Yep. Okay, now Yorion goes to hand. I think it's probably totally fine to just snap and Thoughtseize that away. Does kind of hurt to lose the ponder, but I think it's fine. Uh-oh, is this opposition agent? I'm guessing so. Oh, you're funny. Alright, let's Thoughtseize. Fury. I think Fury's fine. Yorion is the problem one. And now we just need to start beating down. They can Vial and a Fury. I wonder if they'll spend Prismatic Ending on Snapcaster Mage. Charming Prince. Yeah, that's pretty good. Bottom. That's good news for us. Kolaghan's command would be insane here. I decided one out though, didn't I? No, I didn't. Good. Bowmasters. Alright. See if they want to trade. No. Alright. Okay, they have a Karakas now. I think I need to take the 2 here because they can just Violin Fury and then I can't stifle the trigger or anything. But I do want to keep trying to draw a good card here. I feel like there are a lot of good draws for me. Shieldred's Edict, that's a good one. More Bowmasters. I really need to land. And I don't think I can afford to attack. Yeah, here comes Fury. I wonder, is it even worth saving this with Obstructionist? I don't think so. Depending on what they draw, I could stabilize the board by throwing 2 Bowmasters and a 2/2 army under Fury, shooting Charming Prince twice. Further kind of stranding that Prismatic Ending in hand. There's a lot of ways this goes wrong though. If I can at least just get a chump block on Fury though, that'd be nice. Although I guess if they had Bowmasters, I wouldn't really get to decide that until I land this block, but I think it's worth it. Oh wait, did I just completely not understand combat math again? Yeah, I clearly don't understand Double Strike, or the trophy nerves are getting to me. Well, that was really embarrassing. Look at that. 2 damage on Fury. So close. Huge punt. Man, they drew a land. This could have been like the turn. Hunting doesn't mean either. Lightning Bolt. Yep. Arid Mesa. Basic Mountain. I want to apply pressure and cast this Obstructionist, but they can just cast Ending on it. And if I can get them to like ditch their Ending in some way, because they maybe won't think it's useful. Okay, that's pretty good. Don't have to worry about a Flash Fury here. Sorin, hell yeah. Okay, I think it's coming together a little bit. No Vial activation. And I wonder if they have a fourth color to deal with the ring, which wouldn't be all that terrible for me. Bombardiers. Marsh Flats. Okay, they still have that Ending. Well, I really want to play Sorin this turn and start gaining life, but I guess that can be a Cling to Dust job. Because I need to edict this thing, obviously. Brainstorm. Where are the lands at? Going nuts over here. Ponder. Still no lands. But I don't think I can shuffle this. Bolt. Alright, and then let's play Strix. And hopefully we survive. Hopefully they brick for another turn and we can drop Sorin and start gaining more life. Maybe they'll spend the Prismatic Ending on something like that. I want them to Prismatic Ending the Strix and not the Vampire token. And they still haven't drawn in a reanimation spell, it seems. The Surgical's not lining up. It's more like Mardu midrange. Okay, cool. That is good. Take 2. Lightning Bolt. Let's draw. Okay, we finally hit a land. That is awesome. Okay. Now let's get a lifelink attacker. Hopefully this just does it. Getting the GGs. Hey, you know what? I'll take it. Gotta reply. Hunting Rocks. Great dude. Well, pretty cool, huh? It's like last video I said the one ring, sure, why not? This video I said, why not just one? Why not have Jace and the one ring? And this is also cool because I have like not trophied in a super long time. It had been a minute. And I think this was a pretty dominant display. We only dropped a match to Bug Beanstalk. It says draw, but we lost. I think this is just a symptom of MTGO being down. Yeah, which is a pretty tough matchup. Pokemoki built that deck to really be able to beat out other blue decks in addition to the wider, insane legacy metagame. So yeah, only dropping one game there is pretty good. I gotta say, we beat Storm, we beat Grixis Delver, we beat the Initiative, and then we beat Yorion Reanimator, so a really interesting spread of matchups. I guess it was really more like Mardu midrange, and if you're playing Mardu midrange, you might as well have a Scam Reanimate package, right? It's just good value. It would be cool to run this deck back. I think I'll just always kind of be leery of the One Ring and Grixis Control just because without Uro, there's not a super reliable way to gain life, but when we really needed to, Cling to Dust came through, and Sorin, or I might be thinking of the last league. They're all kind of blurring together at this point, and I'm just kind of giddy that I got a trophy. Pretty fun. Cool. Well, like, comment, subscribe, please. It'll go a long way in helping out. I just launched the Patreon, so if that interests you at all, I humbly request you check it out, see what's going on over there. Maybe I'll run this list back because it was a lot of fun and felt pretty well tuned. Maybe I'll try it with my signature 19 lands, even though there are 3-4 drops. All right, I'm rambling. Everyone have a great day. I'll catch you next time.